Hey, everybody! Michelle here. I wrote some stuff down so I can keep things there, and not get too out there. Today is October 16th, which is a Sunday, and I was going to discuss this a while ago, but man, there was a series of events that just trigger. So I just want you guys to know this is possibly trigger alert. Okay, it's possibly a trigger alert, and all I'm doing is just giving you something to keep in mind. Okay, there's no need to be responding and keeping this triggering effects going. Okay, because there's no such thing as coincidences, and I can recognize it a million miles away. And so, like I said, I wrote stuff down, so you probably see my eyes going over there, so that I can keep things there, keep it there, and not be ruminating and overthinking it. So, let me just throw out something real quick. So, we recently had a mental health day, a month, a week, which I have no idea about. I've never heard of it, and I'm not going to look it up to try to figure it out. Because I know what's going on. I've seen it happen too much. And, I just want to give my perspective. That's all. Take it or leave it, please. And just keep it in mind. So there were a series of events that happened recently, like I said. And say, for example, you're sitting across from me and you are boohooing, crying, and just all upset, and I'm doing everything I can to like comfort you and all this and that and the other. But then in the middle of you boohooing and ugly crying and all that stuff, I said, oh yeah, I love them strippers. Yeah, I love them strippers. Okay, you would say, okay, first of all, I'm being inappropriate, which I am. Okay, and that would probably piss you off and all this and that and the other. Now, just hold that and I'll explain to you what it's inappropriate. That's the point I'm trying to make. That was inappropriate. And, so you know that logically that was an inappropriate thing for me to do when you are sitting across explaining to me what's going on with you, and then I'm talking about strippers. So now keep that there. So there was a series of events that happened, right, with this man, and I'm not going to say who this man is because you guys probably know. So minding my business, I see this man's name pop up in feed, in the news, breaking news feed, and I'm thinking, oh my God, did he do it? Did he finally do what he has been saying for years that he was going to do, right? If anybody's been paying attention to his lyrics. And let me be clear, I don't used to pay attention to these lyrics of these rappers. I love rap music. Okay, I love that dropping of the beat and all that. I love that. Sometimes I just like to hear that. And I really don't know what some of these young men are saying, like Kodak Black. I love that song he has out in the Nine Lives. I just love that beat and that sound and that's black culture, by the way. So so this man popped up in the feeds. And so we all know, I got sinuses too if you see me doing that. We all know that this man is a visionary. There's no doubt about that. A creative visionary is all I can say. Whether he's a genius or not, that's up for debate. But he is a visionary. And it was put out. Now, I don't know who put it out because I doubt he did. It was put out that this man suffers from some type of psychosis and that he has to be medicated and blah, blah, blah. I don't know if that's true or not. And I'm not going to sit here and be all concerned about that. But what happened is, for some reason, right? For some reason, this, because what, so let me just say this. When I saw his name pop up as breaking news in so many ways, I thought he did what has said in his music that he would do. In the story there. So when I finally got myself ready to see, okay, what did he do? What did he do? And then I clicked on the link and I saw what he was wearing. And then I said, okay, I get it. I got it. I know exactly. And then let me say this, entertainment purposes only. These are my theories. These are my opinions. I'm not representing anybody. And I take responsibility and I'm accountable for what I'm about to say. Okay? That's all. And, whatever. So when I saw that, I knew exactly what was going on. Because I'm a visionary person. And let me tell you about visionary in my theories only of it. Okay, as long as we're logical, rational, and reasonable, okay, we can see contradictions all around us. There's always contradictions. There's no way to get rid of it. You can't get rid of contradictions any more than you can get rid of negative and positive. You can't. But that's fine. We're not going to be concerned about that. So immediately, like I said, as long as I'm logical, rational, and reasonable, I can see the contradictions. I can see the negative, and I can see the cause and effect. So this person, this man, okay, in my opinion, and this has been going on for years since he lost his black mama. Okay, keep that there. He's already on another planet. You know what I'm saying? When I say when we're out in space, when he's hallucinating and delusional and something's going on with his medication, possibly, I don't know. But in my opinion, that man is already on another planet. Okay, he's not on Earth mentally. He's out there. He's been out there for a while. All right, and so the medication kind of regulates him so that he can function with people on Earth. Otherwise, he would be like any other mentally ill person or someone suffering from psychosis. He'll probably be locked up, right? Okay, so the next question is, okay, who's benefiting from all of this erratic behavior? And who's, not only who's benefiting, but there's no such thing as coincidences. No such thing. So on the streets and in the streets of everybody's community, there are homeless people there, right? We all have an issue with homelessness, but and most of those are men, right? That's what they say. I don't know. I haven't counted, but I know in my experience, what I've dealt with when I was on the street, they were mostly men, right? They had this messiah complex. That means they're visualizing, and so they're hallucinating, delusional, and in most cases, you know what happens with those type of people? They are ignored. People walk over them all the time, they're essentially invisible, right? I mean, hey, come on now. But at the same time, you don't want to be trying to approach anybody. I'm going to make this very clear. Do not approach anyone that you don't know, even if you know them, when you know they're in a psychosis, erratic and delusional. You just don't want to approach that. Don't approach it, And if this person is about to harm himself or somebody else, then you need to call for assistance ASAP. Now, but for the most part, right? For the most part, they are harmless, minding their own business and just in a delusional, fantasy. They're in a psychosis. They're having a crisis. So with this particular man, I question so the question I have is, okay, who benefits from all of this? He doesn't. He's in a psychosis, delusional state of mind, and he's going to be that way, I think, forever. As long as he's alive, right? So who's benefiting, right? Okay, keep that there. So another question is about timing. Everything's about timing. Okay, and there's, like I said, no such thing as coincidence. There's no such thing as a coincidence. So I'm questioning the timing of it all. Okay, I'm questioning the timing. But at the same time, I'm just wondering who's in. So let me just say this. So when I clicked on the link and I saw what he was wearing, and then I knew what was going on. So this is my theory. When someone like that is in a psychosis, delusional, dysfunction, hallucinating, they recognize contradictions. They recognize contradictions, but they're not rational, reasonable, and logical to understand that there's a certain standard as to how you are to accept contradictions and how you are to accept certain standards and behavior and make sure you're being appropriate. Because like I said, I love them strippers, and I do. But at the same time, if you're boo-hooing at me and crying, that's inappropriate. That's inappropriate, and you ought to be upset with me or think you maybe need to commit me if I'm carrying on like that. But it should immediately say, okay, this person is having a psychosis. He's in a crisis. So let's just kind of monitor him and all this and that. I'm questioning. Okay, now if a homeless person was carrying on like this man was, this man, that I think the man misses his mother. I really do. He misses his black mother. But anyway, so if you see a homeless person on the street hallucinating, I'm the Messiah. That's what they're telling you. Are you gonna Are you gonna call a major news media and attempt to interview this person live? Are you gonna and also when I saw him, being interviewed by this, it's like, okay, let me just, I don't want to stay here. So if you're not gonna interview a homeless man saying he's the Messiah, why are we interviewing him when it's obvious this man is having a crisis? And then I saw his face. He didn't even look. I didn't even recognize the man. Being interviewed like that. So I say all this is that before we continue to allow this kind of manipulation, this intentional distraction, at the expense of somebody's mental health. Is it really mental health, a day or month or week, or is it mental hate? Is it mental hate, maybe? The man is delusional. Why are we interviewing him? Why is his face breaking news about what he's saying? So who's benefiting from all of that? It's not his mother. I don't know who his father is. So I just want everyone to know, like I said, these are my opinions and stuff like that. I was going to say it earlier, but I didn't want to keep things triggering, but it is. It's, I'm telling you, it's just so unfortunate. But I know Black lesbians are going to resolve it. I know their descendants are going to resolve all of this. This intentional erosion. Everything's an intentional erosion, and because it happens so slow. Everybody's busy. Nobody's paying attention. Just don't allow people to be triggering you and causing you to, lose your mind. Because I thought the man, I'm not gonna say. I listen to his music per se. I like his beats. I don't pay attention to none of their words because most of the time I don't know what the hell he's saying. I don't know what these kids are saying. And I don't even know what he's saying most of the time, but I do like his beats. He knows how to put those beats together, and which I love. I like that dropping of the beat. It feels so good to me. And it reminds me of when I was growing up and because I used to wear the headphones, because I can handle wearing headphones. And I used to go to sleep, listen to some of that beat and that, the songs with that dropping of the beat. It just felt good to me. But, yeah, we just have to don't allow people to be triggering us, because I took a marketing class back in the day. Okay, I took a marketing class back in the day, and I'm not going to say any more about that because anybody that's taken marketing knows what the intentions are with marketing. We all know that. So like I said, I was going to say something earlier, but man, I thought, wow, everybody is like, and don't get upset with him. You know what I mean? But you can get upset with him. God damn it, I don't care. He's on another planet. He's on another planet mentally. No more than homeless men running around calling themselves messiahs. Be able to see the future. Like I said, this man is already on another planet, and he's not coming back to Earth anytime soon. Okay, and what I just hope, I don't see a good outcome when it involves him because I don't know what's the intention, but if you kind of pay attention, and not try to react so much as to what he's saying. Okay, react to why he's saying it and where did it come from and who caused him to, because this is the timing of it all, right? We're talking about mental health, and all of a sudden, I think this all happened before we announced mental health. And like I said, I never heard of the mental health day, month, or I've never heard of it. Some of these so-called acknowledged whatever they are. I don't pay attention to that. I don't. So when I realized what was going on, because I knew what was going on. This man is he's having a crisis. He doesn't know what's appropriate. So to him, and his delusion and his elucidation, and the fact that he's illogical, irrational, and unreasonable. He's looking at contradictions in a completely different fashion. He's on another planet, and he's hallucinating, and he's looking at the contradictions, because the contradictions get kind of blurred too as well, and it becomes inappropriate. But for me, like I said, I've been meditating for a while, so I know how to keep myself balanced there, and not be all. I understand how to handle contradictions and cause and effects and negative and positive. I do. I know how to, and I know when stuff is being intentionally triggered. All right. So just put yourself in his shoes. Put yourself in his shoes. And he's hallucinating, and he's no different than homeless people, and that everybody claims to care about. Right. He's no different from that. And I would suggest, like I said, don't be throwing dollars at these people, these homeless people. But that's your choice. I shouldn't have said that, but whatever. It's said. This is live. I'm talking live on October 16th on a Sunday. And what time? I don't know what time it is. I can't see. I can't see without my glasses. But yeah. So what he's seeing, he's not being appropriate. That's the word I wanted. He's not being appropriate with his contradictions, and know that there's a way that behave. There's always a way to properly behave and be held accountable and responsible for what you're saying and doing. It doesn't matter what your mental health status is. You're still responsible for that, And then when you start hallucinating, it's still because there's whoever's around him should know that he was triggering. They should have known that. Okay, they should have known that this man is being triggered for some reason. Okay, for some reason he's being triggered, and so in his delusion and his contradiction, this is what he's doing. Hear me. This is my opinions, comments, theories for entertainment purposes only. He's looking around, because he's out of space already. So if apples matter, so oranges matter too. You got me there? So I'm not saying any more about that. You know what I'm saying. Something is triggering him. And there was a reason why this man was triggered. Okay. And then all of a sudden I hear about mental health day. Like I said, I never heard of it. So when all this started happening, when, he was making breaking news, I just turned my TV off and started listening to some music, rap music, listen to that beat drop, watching some of these videos of, some of my favorite artists, like Megan Thee Stallion, how they be coming hard at people coming hard, which I love that, And then I say, this is, and so the thing is that he's not going to stop doing that. He's going to keep doing that and doing that and doing that until something is going to explode. Okay. And so you just only hope that, that you're not around when this happens. If we don't recognize that this man is in a crisis. And no one should have been sticking a mic in that man's face, and more importantly, they should not have had his face on television looking like. Did y'all see him? Did y'all see this man? Okay. So I was going to say something about it, and I hope it doesn't cause any triggers. But all I want to happen is to keep this in mind. Don't ruminate about it. Don't ruminate, but don't allow it to be triggering you to be mad at him. His black mama ain't around no more to protect him. And like I said, black women love their motherfucking kids. Okay? So I hope I said everything that I want to say. And that we, and so we just consider things that's happening, And why is Kanye, sorry. Yeah, right. Why is this man so important right now? Who's benefiting from all of this? So anyway, um, I'm going to say happy belated mental health day month, or is it mental hate? Okay, so you guys think about that. Peace and love, everybody. I'm gonna finish up what I'm doing. I don't know. There's so many things to do. So many things to do, and so just keep this. Just keep it in mind. That's all. And please, don't you don't need to be giving me any comments. That's not the whole point. If you want to like it, like it. You don't have to. You don't have to. I'm not doing that for that. I just know, like I said, I'm just putting out some information, and just hoping people will understand the manipulation, the deception, and who's benefiting from all of this. If this man's mother is not around, obviously she's not. Because I can guarantee she would have put a stop to all of this a long time ago. All right. So peace and love. Everybody have a great remaining weekend. I think we're supposed to get some cold weather, but it's really uncomfortable, and I feel and I can't get my body regulated sometimes with these temperatures. I drink enough water and stuff, but that's just Florida. That's just Florida. Anyway, peace and love. Talk to you guys soon.